I wanted to come in and talk about this halftime show for you because I want to talk about why I think that this is one of the best halftime shows of all time. Of course, Kendrick Lamar came out and did his thing. Hey everyone, you know that I've been planning my vacation trip to Costa Rica, which I'm going to go to in September, no matter what, but I really want you to be there with me. And that's going to be taken care of through Trova Trip. Now, my official page for that trip is up right now, and we need at least 2 people within the first 2 weeks of this posting to sign up for the trip to make it happen. So click the link below, sign up for the trip, and let's have a wonderful vacation together. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, it is 4:30 in the morning right at this moment, and I am drunk. All right, I had a ride home. I went to one Super Bowl party and went hard. I went to 2 bars after that. I had a great time tonight, but that doesn't stop me from coming in and talking about one of the biggest moments at the Super Bowl. I ain't talking about the game because we know how that went. One team got crushed. I am talking about the halftime show. I want to come in and talk about this halftime show for you because I want to talk about why I think that this is one of the best halftime shows of all time. Of course, Kendrick Lamar came out and did his thing, and I was already expecting a lot, but this exceeded my expectations. Kendrick Lamar, as far as I'm concerned, he came out and he killed it. And I think this is because this was more profound than a lot of halftime shows. A lot of halftime shows they come out to just entertain. I think this was making a statement, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Listen, I don't want to act like, first of all, I know what's going on in hip hop or any kind of music. I'm going to be honest with you. So I don't want y'all talking about being like, oh, you like my grandma. You just talk about music. Don't know what you're talking about. No, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know anything about music. And it's not because I don't know anything about music. It's just that with streaming today, I don't really keep up with the names of artists or songs or anything. Streaming just makes it so easy to listen to something and just either put it on a playlist or just wait for it to come back around. And I just don't treat it like I did back in the day. Back in the day when you had to go out and actually pursue music more, when you heard something, you had to go out and buy the cassette, the CD. You had to know the name of the artist. That was a different time. So don't let me act like I know what I'm talking about right here. But the thing is, I do know when I see something significant in hip hop. I was around when hip hop was introduced. I was around when hip hop was evolving. So, I do notice when there are big events in hip hop, significant events in hip hop. And it might be crazy to say, but I do think that this halftime show was a very significant and historic moment in hip hop. Yes, tonight was historic, okay? Kendrick came out and he performed in front of a Buick GNX, which is in honor of his latest album. I'm going to say album. Some people argue whether it's an LP, but I'm going to say album. There were a lot of historic moments here at this halftime show. All right. First of all, let's just talk about this on the base level of what happened at this halftime show. One of the most historic moments here is that, listen, if I've been around since hip hop has been around, I've seen a lot of hip hop beef going on. I'm talking about 100% grade A beef going on in hip hop. So I can say this with confidence that, I've never seen a hip hop beef taken to this level that we've seen it at. We have somebody that is being attacked on a personal level. And yes, I'm talking about your boy Drake right here. With what's going on with Drake, you're not accusing somebody of being just a weak performer, a weak rapper, someone who's not on my skill level. We've gone beyond that with this right here. You know, we're attacking somebody. We're attacking somebody and saying that they are a pedophile. But hey, listen, I'm not saying that he is a not. That has nothing to do with me, okay? But I'm saying this is a person who's saying that. They're saying that this guy is a pedophile on a multi-million viewed event that is the Super Bowl. I've never seen anything crazy like this before. And as of now, Kendrick is getting away with it. You know, we've been hearing Drake talk about, I'm gonna sue. I'm gonna sue because y'all putting them bots out there. Y'all making people listen to his song that's attacking me. You know, nah, man. You know, nothing's happening here right now. He took this, I mean, as much as he threatened to sue and as much as he threatened to like, come in, I'm gonna stop this, you know, I'm gonna attack Kendrick and I'm gonna get lawyers on this. Okay, whatever, man. But this man so far as you're suing, he's managed to keep escalating to the point we're at the Super Bowl right now. You know, and he's getting away with it to where he's wearing his most popular verse. You know, this man is sitting up here wearing that verse after this man has threatened to sue, threatened to counteract with this. He's wearing this at the Super Bowl. This man had an A minor. He had an A minor necklace. He had an A minor jewelry around his neck at the Super Bowl. You know, your comeback is so strong that the NFL asks you to perform this not just as a beef, but they ask you to perform this as an accusation on TV during one of the most viewed events of all time. This is crazy, y'all. I've never seen a beef taken to this level. And there were all kind of rumors about what Drake would do. I'll tell you what Drake is doing. Drake was at home tearing up his living room. How dare you talk about me? Kendrick, God damn it, I ain't no pedophile. You know, this is crazy. I've never seen a rap beef taken to this level before. This is, you know, this it's historic because of that level alone. And like I said, it's more than a beef right now. It's a huge accusation. That is not light. To accuse somebody of being a pedophile. And yes, he did not say the word, you know, because it's the NFL. I mean, everybody's making a big deal about he censored this, he censored that. It's an NFL. It's nationally, you know, it's this. We're talking about a platform where when Janet Jackson showed a nipple, somehow that became a legal event. You know, one of the biggest legal events of all time. You showed a titty. Now the FCC has to come in and like think about how they regulate everything. It's a titty that shook up the world. So yeah, they're going to tell this dude to come in and censor certain words like, you know, pedophile and the N-word. And of course, you're not going to be able to say the F word in there and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you know, this is you know, you can say what you want to about it, but it's considered to be a family event. So yeah, of course he was going to censor himself. So I don't know why that's surprising everybody, but we still know the word. You know, we still know the lyric. We know what he said. We know what he was actually, you know, insinuating. So yeah, you know, this is still can be considered an accusation. That's crazy to me. I've never seen this before. I've never seen a rap beef taken to this level. But I don't even want to that's not what I want to talk about. The thing is, what was happening at this halftime show is much bigger than Drake or, you know, this beef that they got going on. You know, listen, hip hop is many things. Hip hop is fun. Hip hop is the life of the party. Hip hop is edgy. You know, hip hop is, you know, it's a big cultural influence. But the thing about hip hop is that hip hop is strongest when it pushes the culture. Hip hop is strongest when it makes a statement, when it serves as a voice for people. When hip hop is a movement, even to this day, it's been, hip hop has been, it's been co-opted, it's been taken by people, it's been watered down, it's been turned into pop, but pure hip hop. And I'm not talking about the nasty shit all the time. No, pure hip hop, when it speaks for people and it makes you think, it serves as a movement. And this was the first time, well, first of all, this was the first time that we've seen correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time that we've seen a rap solo act performed at the Super Bowl. And the thing about this is that this could have been made mainstream. This could have been made some pop act, something that was very friendly, something that would not offend people. And we know that's not the case, because conservatives out there right now and, certain people, I've already heard, they're irritated by this performance. And let me tell you why they are. I'll tell you why they're irritated by this performance right here. Because the thing with this performance is that it was not just a pop act. It was just not some form of just frivolous entertainment at the Super Bowl. What we saw here was a bold political statement. And whether that was intentional or not, this performance right here was very relevant. It attacked things, it addressed the attack on diversity and DEI and all this diversity, and DEI bullshit that's going on right now. A lot of people are very much complaining about that, and we know that has racist undertones. I mean, let's just admit it for what it is, okay? I'm not gonna mince words. That's a way to bury our voices. That's a way to bury, the history of certain people. That's the way to bury the rights of certain people, no matter what, how well intentioned they try to put it. Well, we wouldn't make it equal for everybody. No, that's not true, y'all. Don't fall for the bullshit. And this is something that was a direct statement against that, whether, it was meant to be or not. And it's crazy because even hip hop is something that has been co-opted to be mainstream right now, and watered down to what other people want it to be. But that's why this is so cool right here, because, the imagery that was here seemed very much aimed at current politics. We had Sam Jackson, who came out dressed like Uncle Sam Jackson. I don't know if that's why they chose him or not, but it was, this was not just a cameo for him. He was meant to come out and really say certain important lines. So during, I believe it was Squabble Up, correct me if I'm wrong. During, if you know the album, you know what I'm talking about. During Kendrick's performance of Squabble Up, Sam Jackson comes out dressed as Uncle Sam, which is supposed to represent America. And he comes out and says, hey, you're going too hard. You're being too ghetto.
What? Squabble Up. Squabble Up.
Reckless, too ghetto.
He's too reckless, too loud, too ghetto. And while, let me just say this, I don't think that Black people need to define themselves as ghetto as something I actually hate, but I think that that's how people see certain actions of people of color. When they go too far, they're being too crazy, they're being too scary, they're being too ghetto. And so Kendrick Lamar came out and addressed that in the form of Samuel Jackson. Once again, unexpected, wow, Samuel Jackson is even here, dressed as Uncle Sam, who represents America right here. And so with that, Kendrick is challenging things. He's, he's challenging to push things even more. And you could say it even exemplified more with his formation of Black people as the American flag. What he's saying right here is that Black identity, Black people, even hip hop is ingrained in American culture. So intentional or not, this feels like a pushback on all that anti-DEI bullshit and aggressiveness. You know, I mean, like I said, man, don't get it twisted, man. You know, this is a way to kind of control people, push back on people, silence people, erase people's history. And to put this in the mainstream, this right here, that meant a lot to me, man. That meant a lot to me. I thought that was amazing. I thought that was great. You know, it's like I said, don't get it wrong, man. You know, a lot of things are being turned against us right now. And to see, you know, this performed at the Super Bowl, this goes beyond a rap beef, man. This was something where we were actually making a statement. You know, Kendrick Lamar was making a statement on, and again, I don't even know if he meant it, but that's what it was. He's making a statement on all the you know, identity politics that are going on right now that are trying to be turned against us. And I'm not just saying against black people. You know, this could be moved into anything, such as, you know, again, gender politics, you know, the gay rights, you know, anything, you know, religion, if you really want to get right down to it. Hey, look, if you want to take all this stuff I'm talking about and you don't agree with me, that's fine. I know everybody has their opinion. That's your opinion. You have the right to it. I'm not mad at you about it. But one thing we got to talk about is that, listen, whether you agree with me or not on any kind of social or political element on this, hey, listen, y'all, production was amazing on this thing. Come on now. I don't care what you say about how I personally believe some of the things that were going on here. The production on this halftime show was amazing. You know, by the time they got to Not Like Us, which was teased throughout, and they made you think, is he going to do it? Is he not going to do it? Is it too risque? Is it too edgy for this? Is he going to piss off Drake? They did it. And by the time they got to that, it was already good. Don't get me wrong. It was already great. But the camera work, the coordination between performers and dancers and, you know, the staging, all that stuff was incredible. Oh boy, I got chills when I watched that part. I mean, and by the time they pulled out and it looked like a big controller, you know, with X and everything. I don't know if that was. This said game over and whatnot. You know, even the whole point of saying turn the TV off. You know, it was almost saying, you know, think for yourselves. Cut off all this bullshit and think for yourselves, no matter what you believe. Man, I thought that was amazing. Let's watch some more of that, y'all.
Surprise, it's your boy Chuck E. Cheese. Ladies, yes, I want to make a move. For sure.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm looking at this beyond hip hop. The coordination, the production. You know how crazy it is to pull that all together and have that all coordinated to where it works out, you know, just on the right timing. And I'm not just talking about the performers. I'm talking about, you know, when they get down to the lighting and everything, and at the end where it turns into a big controller, I think that's what it was. I'm just gonna say that's what it was. I might be wrong. I think it was like a big controller, you know, with the X and everything. And it said game over. By the time they got to that, I'm gonna see if I can get to that, man. You know, by the time they got to that, I was like, that's amazing. That is not a small thing to pull off. You know, and plus they had people like, let me see here. They had people like Serena Williams there. You know, they had surprise performances. There's your crip walking. Look at You had SZA, who showed up to perform all the stars from the Black Panther soundtrack, which I love. It was just an entertaining show, but I think it's more important when you pull off something bold and make a statement and you're able to do it in a way that, you know, you're towing the line. I'm gonna be smart about this. This is still something that's mainstream. I'm gonna come in. I'm going to do exactly what the NFL and the public wants me to do, but you ain't gonna stop me saying what I got to say. And and you know what? I'm gonna get by because not only did I say it, but people ain't gonna say too much. Some people gonna be mad, but God damn it, I entertain the hell out of people. You know, this is hip hop, man, for me. You know, a lot of hip hop is fun. You know, look, I can tell you, you know, I can go back to the day when hip hop was like in its most basics. You know, it was DJing, MCing, turntablism. I guess the same thing as DJing, you know, and graffiti, and you know, it's and lyricism. You know, it's like I can tell you the basics of hip hop, but you know, it's I really like when hip hop has something to say, and you know, I think that's really significant of the music and the culture, and to bring it on this grand stage right here and do that. That was amazing to me. It was a bold performance that worked within the boundaries and limitations and censorship of the NFL, but it still left a hell of an impact. And it did it at a time when I feel like it was truly needed. So that's why I feel like this was one of the best NFL halftime performances of all time. You know, it's not because I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan. It's not because, you know, I'm caught up in the hype. It's because I'm looking at it for what it is. We're in really weird times right now. We need bold statements. And to be able to break it on a grand stage like this was something that was special. I thought it was cool. I thought it was very cool. So, you know, anyway, you know. Again, I'm drunk, y'all. I'm just decided to come on here at 5:30 or 4:30 in the morning and just rant like this. I hope I didn't ramble too much. I hope that my enthusiasm was clear. I hope that you guys are cool with me coming in and talking to you this at this crazy hour. And I just wanted to share that with you. So thank you for listening to me. And I appreciate you very much, man. Well, you made it to the end of the video. That must mean you really like what we do. So if you do, check out these other videos just like this one. Check out our other YouTube channels and subscribe to join our wonderful Toasty community. And as always, stay toasty.